Pink Lake has a special meaning for me because I believe my grandfather worked there in the mica mines probably before I was born. And the girl I've loved with the most passion in my life introduced me to this place. And even my father and brother and I had a hike here once that was pretty nice. One of the nicer souvenirs I have with them. And my mother came with me once, and she did great. And so did my dog that I had for 10 years come with me here. And we were largely by ourselves at the time. It was the end of the day. So it's going to be Canada Day soon, 2020. And I'm going to repost a blog I did 3 years ago because it still applies. And I love Canada if we define it as the ecosystem geological landscape that it is, especially when I'm alone in it or with real friends, you know, the other animals that are not the people primates. But I haven't wanted to be here this long, but I'm stuck here because of COVID and other things. It's hard to raise the money and find the support to go try to look for the elusive Homo sapiens somewhere else. So I'm still here. And I'd love to go live in parts of Canada that are more remote, but for that you need to have saved up some income. And somebody with the human thinking tools and the persistence to be part of the solution and not part of the problem is kind of largely impossible to save up money here, because employment is very hard if you don't want to become a domesticate and work on things that usually take more steps backwards than forwards, even if they're claimed to be positions for cultural repair when they are not. So I don't have the money to go, like, let's say, have a small van to go camp and try to establish myself in a smaller community where it's easier if I'm already there, because it's hard for people to give the care and concern and attention span that is required to do a proper interviewing through the internet. So I'm motivated to do that. I can do that, but I don't find people that can do that in the north of Canada. So plus owning a vehicle in Canada it's just a way to get victimized, you know, if it's not paid for me by an employer. And that's because I want to honor the contract of a driver's license, which means to follow the rules of the road. And it's very upsetting when the majority of people do not, and that even police officers give advice to their families on how to get away with getting a ticket instead of giving more tickets themselves and role modeling the right kind of driving. So insurance companies screw you, the automobile industry screws you, pretty much, you know, auto mechanics, dealerships. So it's not enjoyable anymore. It's not enjoyable to be on the road, to be victimized financially when you're already kind of poor, and you would even do volunteer work as long as it is one that is guaranteed to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. So I'm stuck with this, and I'm stuck in places where, you know, in Canada compared to, let's say, South Korea or Japan, I can't put a bicycle on a train and go to different parts of Canada. It's been, you know, the oil cartels and the automobile cartels have taken over here to this day successfully and bought off politics in ways that we don't have train systems like they have in those countries. So I'm kind of stuck here. And in this country, if you're in the national capital region, which is not where I want to be, you have to conform even more to demonstrate that you're part of the tribe. And I'm not part of the tribe of the Homo communia. I'm proud to be the Homo sentient sapien. And so I would like to either be by myself or find people like this, and it's unlikely here in Canada still. So again, I'm getting my ecocentric medicine here. It's nice. And I'm going to exercise and take care of my health, because I cannot rely on the medical services here in Canada either. So, man, I sure hope I can leave here soon. But while I'm here, I'm going to continue role modeling being part of the solution and not part of the problem. Role modeling human thinking tools by agreeing with what's right and disagreeing with what is not right. I will not stand by while there is injustice and and keep my mouth shut, because that's being part of the problem. Thank you.